I'm going to show you how you can store your colored pencil drawings and discussing tips on how you can better protect them from getting damaged. Let's get to it. Protecting and storing your colored pencil drawings thankfully isn't too complicated, and colored pencil as a medium in general is pretty durable, but with these added tips you can ensure the best for your colored pencil artwork. The first thing you're going to want to do is probably spray your drawing with a fixative to help protect it from getting damaged and having something scratch off some of the colored pencil from the paper. Colored pencil isn't especially delicate like pastel is, where pastel can easily get rubbed off, but colored pencil isn't immune to getting damaged if you accidentally scratch it off with something abrasive. There are multiple brands of fixatives available to choose from, and they will all protect your work much the same. But I would definitely avoid getting a spray that says it protects against UV, as those sprays are known to add a white film over your work and ruin it. The brand that I prefer to use is called Krylon Workable Fixative. This spray leaves a textured finish that allows you to rework over a drawing if you need to, and also acts as a finishing spray. This saves me money so that I do not have to buy multiple different sprays, one for finishing and one for adding a workable layer. One of the things that I like about this fixative that I use is it gives my colored pencil work a glossy sheen when you hold it at an angle, and it also adds a boost in the contrast to the drawing, making the darks a little darker than they were before, but otherwise leaving the whites completely unchanged. Now on to how to actually store your artwork. This is how I store my artwork and is what I feel is the easiest and most efficient way to store artwork, especially if you're on the go. How I store my work is with a portfolio that has clear sleeves that keep my artwork contained, flat, and convenient to store. The size that I use is a 14 by 17 inch. Having a larger portfolio allows you to store a variety of sizes of artwork so that you don't have to buy multiple different ones, because that can kind of get expensive. These portfolios are made for artwork, so they are acid-free and come with acid-free paper in them as well, so that your artwork doesn't come into contact with anything that has acids in it that would otherwise deteriorate your work and turn it yellow. These portfolios are also really convenient because they allow you to store your artwork while taking up very little space to do so. You can store them upright like a book or even lay them down flat. And the rigidness of the folder takes all of the flexing when being stored so that your artwork doesn't end up getting warped. And that's assuming you try to store it as upright as possible and so it doesn't bend too much. With colored pencil work, it is okay to store multiple works on top of one another as well, so long as they have been sprayed with a fixative so that none of the colored pencil will transfer to any of the other artwork stored together. Not that colored pencil transfers easily at all, but when they sit for a while being stored and with the changing temperatures of the year, they can transfer a bit over time onto other artwork. If you don't want to spray your work with a fixative, you can also use a sheet of glassine between your artworks that are being stored together so that nothing will transfer. Glassine is a lot like wax paper, but it is made for archiving artwork, paper, and documents. It is acid-free and relatively cheap, so it will help protect your artwork. I will have links to everything in this video in the video description. Another important thing to consider when storing artwork is not allowing them to be stored in extreme temperatures. If temperatures get too hot or too cold, it can cause your work to dry out, crack, or change color, or even grow mold. So it's best to keep your artwork in a location where it has consistent temperatures between 65 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. So basically you would just need to keep your artwork in your home or studio, whichever has a temperature control that's going to be something that you would feel comfortable in. You can learn some more colored pencil tips from the top right video. Also, over on my Patreon, I offer 1 to 15 hour drawing tutorials in colored pencil, graphite, and pastel, where you can learn how to draw wildlife and pets. When you sign up, you have instant access to a growing library of tutorials, and new tutorials are added each month. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you in the next video.